Generic greetings! So previously we had a bit of a problem with the nursery, or rather we didn't have a nursery, we had to quickly build it up. But as you can see, we're now not doing too bad. We've got the nursery right in the centre. It should be a little bit wider, but you know, whatever. It isn't, sadly. We've also got the common room. Yeah, that is common room. I did designate that as common room. Thought I did. Family cells, we want to get rid of that. And redesignate that as... redesignate that as family cells. There we go. So yeah, we messed around with a lot of things, and we were changing things around, things like that. And we have family cells, and we've got the nursery, and that's all up and running. We started adding the chapel, which as you can see is now in, so I can easily go to my reports and then to the programs and start a spiritual guidance. There we go. 21 in the queue. Wow. We could do even more if we want to. Might as well. There we are. How much does it cost? 250 a session. Let's stop that because there's only so much in there. Alright, sorted. Right, so as you can see, that for whatever reason is saying we don't have a toilet, and the reason it's saying that is because we don't actually have one, because I did remove them in the previous... I forgot that I actually did order them to be removed. What I want to do is put them next to the shower, so we've got like a bit of a wet room going. We need to run out. Oh, we don't need to run pipes because pipes are in. Obviously, I could delete them extra bits of pipe if I want to, but there's no point. Just put some more stuff on there. So there's a lot of the, as you can see, the mothers are happily utilising all of this. You can see, oh look, there you go, eating with the baby. So they will happily hang around the nursery, and the crib will be there, and they put the baby there, and then, you know, and they'll actually put them on the play mats and things like that. So this is all working very well, which is very, very good. I do think we need some more cribs, though. I think we're getting to a point where we're running out of crib space. I think you need ideally one crib per room. Speaking of that, we need to make sure that these are actually enclosed, because then they will be legitimate cells. There we go. We'll put that in. We've got more than enough money to crack on with building this episode. What we need to do is put a wall all the way around here, put this big building in the centre, and then crack on. So let's get on with that one. We're going to go foundation, building, brick, and then we need to put in this building here. We need to put in this building over that side there, this one here, and then this big row on that side. Like so. Alright, there's more than enough, I believe. Yes, that should do us quite nicely. So, we need to put in some entrance. So, I think we're going to put an entrance in there, an entrance in there, put it on either side like that. This one will require a large steel door like so. These ones will be... I don't know what they are. I don't know what they're going to be yet, but we know where the doors are going to go. It's like that. That person is just going up the top there for whatever reason, and I think... You, Catelyn Marples, you're going to get a little bit of a search, because there's no reason why you would go over there. There we are. I know a couple of people, or several people, have expressed their disappointment over not getting high-risk prisoners, but as I said, I really want to focus on, well, not focus, but I want to get the entire, a real big... stretch, see how far we can get in terms of diversity in the prisons. So we've got mothers, and then we've got death row, and we've got low and medium risk, high risk. It's sort of, you would think, oh yes, well that's, you know, we are getting diversity in there. We actually do have some high risk prisoners. These ones here, these ones that actually were violent and killed someone, they're actually shouting for exercise, so we should really sort that out, and I'll do that now. But yeah, the thing is, because the high risk don't really increase your chances of getting mothers and stuff, because they are like the lowest one for that, I don't think I really want to go down that route. So we'll probably not bother with it, but we might get some later on. Obviously, we do have some, as I said, because there's been a bit of the old ultra-violence in here, so we do need to be careful that we don't get too much. Put the weight benches in there. I'll sort the weight benches out in this area. Do I want to do that now? There you go. They're all doing a bit of weightliftings. That's good. I think we do need to get some more patrols on the go, that's for sure. So let's go for deployment and then get our patrols. We want one in the chapel, like so. Common room, we don't yet have anyone patrolling, so I think that's important to have someone in there. Canteen, we got one person, but ideally want more. Oh no. Okay. Major have started campaign over the amenities granted to prisoners, and it's bringing a lot of heat on my office. I am passing a bill which bans TVs in common areas, so I need you to remove all TVs from your prison. Well, that is pretty easy, because we've only got 2 televisions in the entire facility. So I'm not too bothered that that is the case. So let's just dismantle them. Right, so we've got all these family cells up and running, and they are, looks like okay, and looks like the cleaner's coming along and sorting that out. Speaking of cleaners and staff, we do need to hire 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 more guards, I think. We have people working in the cleaning cupboard, which is good. I believe we do, actually. Let's just have a quick look at our gangs. I want to make sure. No, we have not received any more gangs. Logistics, we do have people assigned there. All of these ones, they're all assigned. That's perfect. That's good. Okay. So there's the workbenches there. Still there's the handbug there, look, where the hand sprites are still stuck onto the barbells. Gets funnier the more you see it. Right, so that's okay. It looks like also food's getting brought to these prisoners. They do need a lot of sleep and things like that, but that's okay. Looks like that's working out. So we can get another grant, I believe. So governmental security rating, reform through education initiative, a manufacturing facility we're not going to have. Governmental security rating, I think, is the way to go because we do need to get some dog handlers and armed guards, which is what this area is. So, let's have a quick look at our utilities. I just want to check the power grid. Power grid is not too bad, but let's just spend some money in getting the power grid a little bit more robust because I do want to run some electrical cable into these rooms, like so. Okay, this being parole and such, actually we can get rid of that and save a little bit by doing that. That should probably do it. Right. So these are parole, this is security, that is our armory, and this is the dog bit at the back, which we do need more than anything else, really, I think. How many mothers do we have? Shared parent capacity is 12. How many parents do we have? It doesn't tell me. It tells me how many minimum we've got, but it doesn't tell me how many parents that actually is. Let's just go to prisoners. Again, it doesn't tell me there either. And it doesn't even show me the sprite. There might be a way, but I don't know what it is. So, dogs. Let's get the dogs up and running. We do need to run a fence around here. That's where we're going to have the dogs inside. So we'll have jail doors either side. And then a large jail door. Oh, we don't want a large jail door at the back. We don't want that one. But we do want one there and there, so they can have quick access to these areas. Alright. What we want to do is run a wall, not a fence. We want to run a wall down there and along there. And then along there to block that off. And then same on this side. Up there, along to the right. Same in here. And then this is where we'll have, obviously, other buildings. So what I'm going to do, I am actually going to run the wall. Because we won't be building this wall for some time. We won't be putting this building in for some time. But I want it secure. I want to have that outside bit as a no-go area. So I'm going to sort that out. What I do want to do, actually, is cancel that. And then go up to the top and cancel that. Because it's probably better if I put in a large jail door. It means easy access for the guards. So that makes a bit of sense to me. Okay, there we go. Right, so let's have a quick look at capacity. I think I'm going to go to reports and then to our intake. I'm going to say fill capacity, fill to 74, family cells not counted. At least there's that in there. Just I wish it would tell me how many I've got. As I said, maybe there's a way and I don't know and I'm being just an idiot, but we'll see. Fill to capacity with medium and min sec. There we go, that's fine. Dormitories all sorted. They're working very well. We haven't yet done a full shakedown this night, and I'm going to keep doing shakedowns pretty much every night or every other night just to make sure that there's no problems there. We've still got governmental security rating to do. We've got increased our prisoner capacity to over 100, or actually 100. Danger level is flying straight up, as you might imagine. I'm just checking for tunnels pretty much. Let's just go to intelligence and then to informants and just check. There's a tunnel there. We've got confidential informant. We've got some unknown traits around here. We've got deadly and gang member, things like that. Nothing major. I mean, gang member obviously is quite major, but what I'm saying is we haven't got any snitches or anything like that we have to worry about, or any ultra deadly legendary prisoners, which legendary prisoners you don't see a lot of these days. It really is quite, I wouldn't say rare, but you don't see like loads of them by any stretch. So we have now got some more prisoners. There we go. What I want to do is go to our bureaucracy, and I want to get legal, because I want to start researching death row. I also want to get, I think, micromanagement and dogs. There we are. Okay. And we'll start working on that. And the reason I want legal, as I said, is because I want to get the death row, and I do need to get the dogs up and running, which means we need to get armed guards and dogs for the governmental security rating. Dogs will go on the back. Obviously, the armed guards will be here. So let's crack on with that one. We might as well go to our security, and then we'll put in this we'll have an entrance up there. And then that will be where we have a solitary door. The reason I'm having a solitary door is because it's the most secure. And this is where we'll have the armory at the back, you see. Force that open. I think we'll finish off the yard, so we don't... I mean, these workbenches are okay, but I think we'll have some at the other side as well. Now, I know they're not actually... There's not one at the end, it's just how it is. We'll have to deal with it, I'm afraid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. There we go. Right. Toilets. So we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, and 11, 24, 36, 92, 1,247. These are the toilets that go in either side. Obviously, I've been neglecting these for quite some time, but I really want to get them put in. This one up here, yes, I have not yet plumbed in because, well, I just haven't run a pipe there. So I'm just going to put the cable, I'm going to put the pipe preemptively like that because we know we're going to run it at some point. Okay, so there's been a ding-a-ling noise, and that's probably going to be, I'm guessing, the lawyer. No, lawyer's done, it's dogs, actually, so that's even better, actually, because we do need to go to our rooms, and then dog, it's actually kennels, isn't it? Kennel. There we go. And then it's quite a simple matter of just placing dog crates, which are 100 each. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. Something like that. Again, it's not totally symmetrical. Now it roughly is. Okay. It's pretty much impossible to make this symmetrical. I know there's been a couple of comments, and someone said... what you should do, and this was I've never understood this. What you should do is randomly just remove walls and move them around, so you have to work around it. And what the hell are you doing? It's because this isn't. Yeah, it's because this isn't staff only. I'm waiting for to finish it off. I think it might be now. Yeah, they're saying, oh yes, you should definitely. I haven't even got these as staff only, which is interesting. There we go. My bad. Should have had that stuff only for a long time. Nah, well, it's sorted now. Right. Yes, the that stuff only as well. That'll be about right. Reception, we don't want stuff only. These little rooms we do. There we are. Yeah, saying we should randomly remove a wall and then work around it, and that changes the look of the prison. Yeah, but is there any need? Really? I mean, I don't think there is. Anyway, so how many mothers do we actually have? I have no idea. Parent capacity is 12. How many do we have? I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Minimum. Okay. We've got another bit of research done. I'm guessing it is the illegal. It is. Death row is more than I can really get. So we need to get 2 armed guards and 2 dog patrols. Okay. 2 armed guards and 2 dog patrols. So how much are dogs? 500 each. 1, 2. Okay. Then we need to go to deployment and dog patrols, and we need to run a dog patrol from there. Along to there. Alright. There's that one. And the second one will run pretty much the same. Hang on. Is there a problem there? No, no, just the way it looks. Okay. To that. Okay. Hang on. Just for the sake of completeness. There we are. So, we need armed guards. Well, slight problem. The armory we do not yet have. You require an... we need to research that, which is there. 2 grand. So we don't have that. Oh dear. So, what can we do? Well, we've got a lot of prisoners. We don't yet have parole. That's something I really need to get sorted. That should be an easy one to do. Let's go to parole. There we go. Double parole. The reason we're having that is because we do have a lot of low-risk prisoners. Also, we can use one for... Which way do you want to put the table? Like that, I think. There we go. And we got deployment, and then assign a guard to it. Right. Don't need patrol, they just need to sit in there. Yeah, we need to have that in there, and the reason we have 2 of them is because, like I say, we've got low-risk prisoners, and also we've got a door either side. This one will be for the appeals to come in this way, and this one will be for the mothers if they have parole as well, which I assume they do. Right, so we are filling to capacity, which is fine. We've got alcoholic soup therapy running. Spiritual guidance is in the queue. Only 5 passed, 20%. That's an interesting one. I would have thought there'd be more past than that. We've got kitchen safety and hygiene. I can stop one of them. We've got 8 pass, which is a 53% pass rate. That's down from the 80% that it was before, so I don't know what's gone on there. Alcohol group therapy is running. Pharmacological treatment to drug addiction is running as well. 4 in the queue. We need some more beds so then we can treat more. We don't have a workshop. Carpentry we don't. Parole hearing we have 0 in the queue, but I'm going to start that because it doesn't cost anything, does it? No, it doesn't. So I will start that up. I might as well start as many as I need. Like I say, it doesn't really matter how many you start up. You just basically start it until it says... rooms booked, which is that one there. Job done. We can sort the rest out later on. So we've got the chaplain. We've got all that in. I do definitely want another medical bed because you can treat more prisoners in one go, you see, and it's quite important. So we are going to get 2 minimum security and one normal. In fact, you know what? Just for the crack, just because we can, let's go to intake. I'm going to close this intake. I'm going to receive high-risk prisoners because we might get some more gang members, we might get some more, just different types of prisoners, aren't we? You know, and I think we're coming close to the capacity of the nursery as well, which is very, very, very problematic because it means that this up the top here, this area here, which was originally going to be death row, we might have to change. We might have to change it so it is not death row. Instead, oh, we've got a gang member. There we go, with an unknown reputation, and they found a baton on there as well, and. What we're going to do, are we going to change this death row and change it to more nursery stuff and more family cells? Because at the moment, it really is looking like we're going to need more capacity for that. Because of the family cells are huge. I mean, the minimum size 4x4. So, I guess they're not, well, the minimum size for this is 2x3. So yeah, they are quite large compared to normal cells, and that's the minimum size. And then you have to have a nursery supporting it, which is again quite big. So... It's interesting. Let me just research armory. It is something that is a little bit worrying because once we get to a point where we can't have any more prisoners, nursery, like mothers and such and whatnot, I don't know what we're going to do. Really don't know what we're going to do. I'll have to have a think about that one. I might change this top bit, which is death row, over to nursery, which I don't want to do because I like the idea of having the death row there as well. We'll see. What do you think? Let us know in the comments and we'll go from there, really. So, still need to raise our capacity. If we raise our capacity, we get some more money, but I can't really afford that one. We assigned 2 handlers to dog patrol because we've only got 2 dog handlers. Because one's sitting in the kennel because the dog's tired, we do need to put one back on patrol. There we are. So we got that one back done. We... still researching armory. We have not yet got education. We don't have death row because it costs a lot of money. We don't have surveillance. Don't know why that person's going over there. Maybe to get stuff flung in. I think it was mentioned... Oh no, there was searching. Now, let me search the prisoner. I think someone did mention that this is actually 1 block too small and it should be further on. Yeah, that's probably been flung in. Let's have a quick look at intelligence. And then over the last 7 days, that was thrown in. Yeah, so it's actually... This wall is 1 too short, which is pretty annoying. Ah, well. I'm not that bothered, to be honest with you. The prison is starting to... It works, but it's like just wrong in so many places. Like this room here, these rooms should be a little bit bigger, and this one should be a little bit bigger, and we shouldn't really have that one there. And oh god, it's just one of those prisons that is not coming together in any way, shape, or form, and it's like pulling teeth trying to get the prison done. Let's go to a wall, and we want to put a brick wall in there and there. The reason we want to do that, as well as put in a... Let's have a quick look. A large jail door there is we want to separate this stuff out. Now, one of the things you can't do When you go to your deployment, you've got minimum sec, max sec, things like that. There's not one for only a certain type of prisoner, like family members can go in here, like what are they called? Parents, yeah. Only parents can go in here. It doesn't work that way, which is slightly annoying, but you know, we'll have to deal with it. There's a ding-a-ling noise, and I really hope that means we've finished armory. No, it's not. It just means that we've redone the governmental security rating assigned dog handlers. Oh, well, let's have a sip of beverage. Today's beverage is lemon tea. Lovely, lovely. Right. In terms of feeding, how are we getting on what's the catering like? Let's just go to our needs. Looks like most of the needs are done. Privacy needs going up, and we're always going to have that because we've got a lot of dormitory stuff. So yeah, we're always going to have that problem. Literacy needs going up. Sleep needs going up. For the most part, though, these needs are being taken care of. Look at that. Different colour hair and stuff. We haven't really looked around at the sprites of the female prisoners. Obviously, different body shape, different head shape, as you might imagine. But you get the very easily distinguishable when you look at like between the two male and female prisoners. That person's also got a cell phone on them, so I'm going to search the prisoner. There we go. There you go. There's a unknown reputation, and also apparently got a tash. I'm guessing that female prisoners do not have yet sprites for gang members, so they put a male head on the top. Oh dear, oh dear. Let's go intelligence and gangs. We've got 3 gang members. We've got red gang member and green. Don't yet have any, as far as I can tell, leaders. Gang member, yeah. Confidential informant, strong. We don't know about these ones here. But there's not a lot of traits going around this. Around this place. That dingling noise surely means that we now have armory, which we do. That's excellent. So we're going to designate all of that. Before I do anything else, let's just go to deployment and make sure that that is definitely, yes, that's staff only. That's now also going to be staff only as well. We need to get in. So assign two armed guards to get this grant done. We've got 1,700. Not enough because we do need to put in weapons rack, which is £1,000. We also need to put a table in as well. So we'll put a table in. Probably there. Put a weapons rack in there. And then we need some guard lockers, which are 200 each. 1, 2. Alright, there we go. So there's 2. That's enough for that. That's enough just to get this grant done, sort of. 500 is how much I've got at the moment. Each person is £1,000, I believe, armed guards. Oh no, 1,500, so it's a little bit more as well. Good grief. Receiving 3,564 per day. How many people have we let go? 9 prisoners have been released, so we don't know currently what our grading is. We do need to let some more go. Infirmary's all running. What I do need to do, though, is go to our programs and reschedule all of them. So there you go. The treatment to addiction changes. 3 finished and 0% have passed. What I'm going to do is stop that because it's really not worth my time at the moment. We've also got pharmacology treatment to addiction. No, just got rid of that. Don't need that. Behavioral therapy's in the queue. 3 in the queue. We could start another one. No, we can't because of our alcoholics group. We do have several people in that one. That's fine. What I'm going to do is do a full shakedown because we haven't done another one for a while. And then what I'm also going to do as well is go to our staff and then 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to fire 4 workers. I hired them just to get stuff done, but I don't really need them anymore. I can actually hire SAC 1, 2. There we go. Because most of the heavy building work is all done. And oh, bit of tunneling as well. There you go. Look, they're starting to work together. That's a bit indecisive. We're going to go up, and we're going to go to the right. We're going to go down, we're going to go to the right. They really haven't figured it out, have they? Right, so... no sense of direction, these prisoners. Right, so remove tunnels, and we'll just remove all of them ones there. What do I dig down? I mean, digging up, I understand because you're digging together. But why dig along? I guess that's the most efficient way of digging along through this. So did they start digging along that way, and then went, actually... We could work together. Maybe that's what happened. I don't know. Anyway, remove all of them. That's that sorted. Danger level going down. Find a lot of stuff. That's fine. Feed all prisoners. Is not as many as I thought, actually. Let's have a quick check to see what it says. Now, obviously, we do have a little bit of a problem because we've only got 2 feed times, but only 1 work time before the food, before the dinner. The breakfast. This one here. which is served at like 9, 10 o'clock, whatever. It's only done by the kitchen staff rather than the prisoners working in it. So as such, do we have enough food? Yeah, we have more than enough food. That's fine. Right, so assign 2 armed guards. So we're going to go staff and then armed guards. We're going to go 1, 2. There we go. And then we need to assign them to some sort of patrol. So we're going to go to our guard patrols. We're going to cancel that patrol there and set up a guard patrol. We'll go to a standard guard patrol, which will be, I think, what we'll do is we'll run it along there and then down and then around like that, you see. And then we'll do the same on this side. Now you can see planning through this, so it's no problem. And there we go. So there's that stuff. We need to cancel that guard patrol because it was supposed to be an armed guard. And then there we go. So there's our grant done. 15,000. We can go for another grant, which is MAXIC infrastructure, reform through education initiative, which is quite a good one. Manufacturing facility we're not doing. That one is body armor. I think we'll go for reform through education initiative because it gives me a lot more money. 15 grand in total, so that's a lot of cash. Right, I think it is about time. Let's have a quick look at our prison grading. That's not good. So let's pause it for a second. Prison grading. We have released 10 prisoners. We have not paroled none early, and none have been executed, obviously. Punishment is quite low. Reform is absolutely on the deck. Security is not too bad, and health is going down. So a 38% reoffending rate. That's probably the worst reoffending rate I've ever had. Well, for a long time, I guess. Is it not? Is it ever, or is it just for a long time? At least in recent memory, I can't remember a prison that's been that bad. The last prison we got to about 8%, I think it was. It started off at around 16 to 12%, somewhere around like that. And then we managed to knock it down. But this prison is terrible for that sort of thing. Overall, it's not going to... it's going to plan. I just don't know whether the plan's at fault or whether it's myself at fault or whether it's you. I don't know. I'm just going to blame myself for now. But either way... it works, just not exactly as intended. But we do have enough money to crack on, so next episode I want to build something with this money. I was thinking, I'm definitely going to build these areas. These are going to be probably, in no particular order, library, shop, postal office, things like that. And we also need to do the one down the bottom. But then we have a lot of money to think about something. We either crack on with this, which is going to be our... cell block B, I guess you could call it, but it's also got laundry and common room and things like that in it. And we've also got this side here, which is death row. But death row means we have to research death row. 10 grand, a lot of money. I'm going to start researching education, by the way, and body armor. 10 grand just for that. Then all the other stuff, probably 20 grand just to get that facility up and running. Is it worth it? I don't think so. I don't think it's worth it. Also, another problem. The nursery. We're running out of space already, so I don't know what to do. I'm leaning towards this room here, getting rid, putting another cell either side, extending the nursery up, and then just doing the same on this, and having double nursery, double room for the family cells. That's what I'm thinking of doing, but I want to know what your thoughts are on that one. As always, comments in the comments. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.